So my name is Vihan. Today I'm going to be teaching object-oriented programming in Git. I am a sixth grader at PNMS, Pine Lake Middle School, and I am a part of the Technoblades team.
Are you muted?
Oh yeah, I muted. So today we are going to be doing object-oriented programming in Git. My name is Vihan Krishnan. I'm a sixth grader at Pine Lake Middle School. I'm a part of the FTC team Technoblades, team number 31991. So today we are going to be learning about object-oriented programming and how it's better. So the list is procedural programming, which is the way that is inferior, but it's simpler. Then we're going to be talking about the advantages of object-oriented programming. OOPS stands for Object-Oriented Programming System. Classes, interfaces, objects, encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, types of inheritance, and polymorphism. So in procedural programming, if you look over here, there is way too much code over here. You have to know the whole system for you to know how to do one part. This is very unreliable because there's too much if-else statements, and if someone does not know if someone's part of the car lights, that person will only be able to know car lights, and they might accidentally change the power. That is why procedural programming is worse. In a large-scale project, you do not use procedural programming in a large-scale project. So in object-oriented programming, we only worry about the wheel. We don't care about anything other than the wheel. We are just implementing the wheel. So the code is split into many classes. Like a car would have a steering wheel, buttons, etc. We don't care about how the lights work if we're worrying about wheel. So we focus on the what, and we don't care how the lights work. We don't care that the lights have an LED or anything like that. All we care about is that we are worrying about the steering wheel. We worry about the how of the steering wheel. And contracts basically mean that when you ask the class to do something, it will do that thing. It will not do anything different. The logic is way simpler in object-oriented programming. Any questions? So let's say there's a car. There's so many model, color, and make. All of those are parts of the car. Those three are parts of the car called attributes because they're characteristics of an item that can be changed based off every car. Like one car may have a model, one car may have a color, and one car may have a make. Functions, like displaying the model, is an action that the car can do. That is called a function. Or in object-oriented programming, it's called a method. But most people here are expected to know procedural programming, so I'm calling it a function in this, but it's actually called a method. So an interface is a class that does not have any definitions for the functions, because for some reason there should be some curly braces here, but there isn't, because the idea is, we'll talk about overriding later, but the idea is that you override these methods. In Java, the overriding of these methods you actually don't use through interfaces. In Java, if we have one of these, we can also have like multiple stuff. Like the drive might not have a body, but there might be different functions that have a body, but that is specific to Java and a few other programming languages, not the majority of OOPS. Java is what we use for FTC. Any questions? And interfaces don't have attributes usually, but in Java they could have attributes. So an object is a representation of a class. Like I have a car, that's an object But a car in general, the one that they produce in the factories produce cars, and those are like the building block. Factory can make any other kind of car, similar to a constructor. Constructors can do a similar thing. This is the constructor that defines, or in the factory, they define what the model, make, and color should be. Objects are also called instances of classes. Any questions? So abstraction. I don't care about how a light works because I'm only the steering wheel. I don't care if the light is LED, if it has a special feature that's like multicolor. I do not care. So inheritance is when we have a car, but we have an electric car. And there's a line that shows how a car, so basically an electric car inherits from a car, and an electric car is a car, but it already uses that a car can drive, but it puts it like to a whole nother level and says that the car is electric rather than a regular gas car. So there are a few types of inheritance. So this is called single inheritance. It's when the electric car inherits from the car and the electric car gains all the traits and methods of the car. Multi-level inheritance is when there is a car that inherits from a vehicle, because we don't want to use all the code that says vehicles are stuff that can drive, all that kind of stuff. We inherit, the car inherits the vehicle and the electric car inherits the car. Hierarchical inheritance is a car can be either an electric car or a self-driving car. Both of them are cars and they both inherit from the car. Any questions? Okay. Multiple inheritance is when there are two types of cars, and a Tesla is a self-driving car and an electric car. Both of them are combined to make a Tesla. So a Tesla inherits from both an electric car and a self-driving car. However, in Java, you cannot use multiple inheritance, and you instead would inherit the electric car to Tesla and then use an interface for the self-driving characteristic of the car, of the self-driving car. This is the same thing that we explained earlier. It's hierarchical inheritance combined with multiple inheritance. This is a little bit self-explanatory. Any questions? So, this is function overloading. Function overloading is when you have a function. Let's say we have let's say we have a car. We can set the details to a make and a model, or we can set it to the product number. All of them work. And both of them have the same name, but their signature is different, which basically means that the arguments are different. So we have a class main. This is runtime polymorphism. Runtime polymorphism is when we have a car, which is an abstract class, and we override the charge method because the electric car and the self-driving car have two different drive methods and charge methods. The self-driving car extends the car and it drives using AI. Any questions? So, Git. We're going to talk about what the advantages of Git are, what a repository, a server, and a clone are, Git branching, the Git workflow, and common commands. Any questions? So, the advantages of Git. Let's say we just spent 2 hours creating our self-driving car, and now I accidentally deleted the thing because I accidentally deleted it. And now in a normal case, I don't know what I would do. I would not be able to do anything, and all of the 2 hours that I did are all gone, I guess. Instead, I would have performed a commit in the middle, and I would only have to do 1 hour. Multiple developers work in parallel using branches. So let's say person A is doing one thing, person B is doing a different thing, person C is doing a different thing. All of those would be on a different branch, and you can merge those branches into main and resolve merge conflicts. And all of those will combine into one. Any questions? So, this looks like a lot to take in, but it's actually not that complicated. A repository is a collection of directories and files. So, this is a repository. The repository is on the server, and the repository includes branches. The clone, there's John's laptop and Tim's laptop. Those are both clones, and both of them can do separate things, whatever they want with the code. Any questions? So, this is Git branching. So, Git branching is, there's a main branch, there's John's branch, and there's Tim's branch. So first, Tim makes his own branch, and he's working on it. At the same time, John is making his own branch, and he's working on it. Now, John decides that he's done his work, and he wants to make a pull request so that his work can be merged into main. His pull request goes through, and now after one more commit to main from this random guy, now they want a pull request from Tim. And pull request from Tim is now converting whatever code he did and merging it into the main. If whatever John and Tim did conflicted, you can resolve the conflicts. A pull request, actually you can just read that. Any questions? Any questions? Okay.
Yes.
Question? Can you raise your hand, please? What happened?
Nope, I said all good.
Oh, okay. So, everyone post your whatever operating system you use in the comments. So, okay. So it seems like most people use macOS, but one person uses Windows. So if you have Windows, press Windows and type PowerShell, right-click PowerShell, and press Run as Administrator. If it asks you for access, you have to allow it. And in PowerShell, you type this command: winget install --id git.git -e--source winget. Make sure you type this command exactly, with the exact amount of spaces, the exact amount of dashes, and everything needs to be correct. Okay? Shreya, are you going to use Git? Are you going to use Git? Do you already have Git installed?
Wait, no, I'm here to support you, but I'm not on my laptop right now.
Oh, okay.
But I'm listening.
Then I guess I can skip Windows.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. macOS, open the terminal program. It's a program called terminal, and type git --version, and it should automatically install Git for you. And it says git -version, but it's actually git -version. Git --version. What do you has everyone opened it? The terminal and typed git --version. Does anyone have trouble? Good. Okay. I guess I'm just going to continue on. If you're left behind, you can use that link. Just give me one moment, please. Okay. So, if you want to follow along, you can open that file. So, in PowerShell, we already went through Git installation. If you have any other version of any other operating system, please feel free to tell me in the chat, and I will tell you how to install Git for your operating system. Is everyone ready? Okay. So, what happened? You didn't paste it? So, sorry for the interruption. So, first step you want to do is you're going to want to clone a repository. This is how you do that. first open your terminal or command prompt if you have Windows. Okay, so open your command prompt. Now you can open up Git, and you type git clone and this repo https://github.com/crispyh32 alt/git-tutorial.git. In this case, I already cloned it, so I have it. So I'm just going to open this in a different repo. I'm going to run the same command inside of a different folder so that it works for me. If you want to follow along, feel free. Now, we are going to look at what the difference is between your computer and the remote, which is that server.
Hey Vihan, can you make sure the we can zoom in a little bit? I think it's very hard to follow.
Oh, sure. Is this better?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. So now once you open up the Git tutorial, you have to change the directory. So type cd space and then git-tutorial, because that's the name of our repository. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to see what the difference is between your server and your local copy. Right now there should be no difference because you haven't made any changes on your local machine. So this is a developer's dream, because this means that everything is committed and everything is good and everything has been submitted to Git. And git diff will give you a difference, but there's also no difference. Now the tutorial is for some reason missing this step, but type git space switch space to your name. I'll type Vihan, and it's going to say invalid reference. That's because you need to type -c. Git switch -c Vihan will switch to a new branch, create a new branch, and switch to it. If you guys are used to git checkout -b and abc, if you're used to that, you can use that. But in this tutorial, we will be talking about this one because git switch is better, but git checkout is what most of the Git veterans do because it's way easier. Now you can press Ctrl L to clear your terminal on Mac OS and Linux. I'm not sure if it works on Windows, but oh yeah, you type CLS on Windows. So is everyone done with the step? Yes? Okay. So now, whatever text editor you like. I use a text editor called Vim, so I'll be using that. Whatever text editor you normally use day to day, you can open that. If you're on Windows and you have no idea what text editor you use, you can use Notepad. If you are on Mac OS, you can use Nano. So now you open it, and look, it says it's Hello World because that's what's on the server. And I'm going to type Hello World Vihan. So you guys can do that. It will and type in your own name instead of Vihan. And we're going to merge this, and I'm going to make it Hello World Vihan, and then everyone who participates. So now if you do git status again, it's going to show you that readme.md was modified because you made local changes on your machine to the, and you're going to give it to the server. Is everyone there? Okay. Next step is to, if you git diff, that basically makes sure that it basically tells you what you changed. In this case, it shows you removed. It's not hello world anymore. This time it's hello world vhum. Next thing you want to do is you have to add this. Basically, what git add does is it takes whatever file you have and it adds it so that when you commit, it'll show up in your commit. And a commit is basically just a list of files and folders that you change. So when you add readme.md, it's a file in that commit that you're going to make. Next thing, I'm going to type git commit-m change readme to add and your name, vhum in this case. And now, if the commit, okay, so is everyone done with this step? Put thumbs down if you're not done with this step, rather than seeing so many people put thumbs up. Put thumbs down if you're not done with this step. Okay. Okay. For some people, this commit will fail because this is the first time you're using Git. So you have to type, and it's going to tell you in the error message, but I'll show you. Git config -- global user dot email, and then you type your own email. In this case, mine is krisvih32@yahoo.com. Okay, and then you configure the name. Git config -- global user dot name. My full name is Vihan Krishnan, so you have to type your full name. In this case, Vihan Krishnan. Now you can commit again if your commit last time failed. For me, it's just nothing to commit because my commit passed. Now, this is a very important step. I don't think git push will work if you don't have access. So first thing you want to do, okay? First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go. This is only for people who have not used GitHub before, who don't have their own account. If you don't have your own account and you're following along, you can follow along with me. First, go to github.com. Then sign in. Press create an account. And this is like a speed start thingy. Instead of filling out all these fields, you can just press continue with Google. And enter in your thing. I'm not gonna do it, but actually I can do it. So it's going to show, it'll allow GitHub to access this info. Now I haven't ever used this account for GitHub. So basically what you do is, you type this and you change your country to, I'm assuming you guys are in the United States. If you're in a different country, you can change that and press create account. I'm not creating an account. I'm just going to sign in using my regular. So once you're signed in, is everyone caught up? Put a thumbs down if you're not caught up. Okay, continuing. So now you should be logged into your account. You can follow the prompts if needed. And can everyone that's going to follow along, can you guys please paste your username that you made into the chat? And this is not an optional thing like the thumbs up and thumbs down. That's like an optional thing. You can do it if you want. This is a thing that you have to do. Otherwise, I will not be able to get your thing to work. So this is not optional. You need to do this if you want to follow along. Suvas, you have already been added because you're part of the team.
Yeah.
D Dali Sap. Anyone else? I guess that's it. Everyone caught up? Okay. I'll continue. So, David, can you accept the request? The request will be on your email. The email that you registered GitHub with. Are you done? I'm just going to continue.
Yep, go right ahead. I think I found it. Should be good now.
Okay, I'll check. Let's see. Okay. I'll continue on. So now, if you have gotten if you're following along, this will only work if you have been added to the repo. Type git push, and it'll push. But in this case, we want to type git push origin head because that gets it to work. It's easier than doing this, but this is what I usually do. I usually just configure this, but this is way easier for beginners. So now you can type git log and it'll show you a list of every commit. In this case, these are all the commits that we did for the online instructions. Now, let's say, oh no, I made a mistake. I forgot I need to put my full name. So, and if you're not comfortable putting your full name, you can just type last name or something like that. So let's say I wasn't comfortable with putting my full name, I just have Vihan last. But I am. So I'll type Vihan Krishna. Now save it. But you can use whatever editor you want. Now you can check the status. You can do diff. And everything will work. And now you can git add your readme.md again. And now you can git commit -m changed readme to add full name. The commit should not fail again. And now you type git push. In this case, origin head. And now you can type git log. You see these are all the stuff. Git fetch. That will, now you can see different branches. Oh look, David and demo time. Hey, who did demo time?
That was me.
Nice. So now you can create a pull request on that same page where you created your GitHub account. You can also create a GitHub pull request. So you just go to the thing, in this case github.com/KRISVIH32odd/git tutorial. And here, see, I see all of the branches that you guys all made, which is nice. And now, you guys do this for whatever you want, but you can go to pull requests, press new pull request. Now, the base has to be main, and the compare has to be whatever branch you made, in this case Vihan. I press create pull request. It has my full name in readme. Vihan Krishnan in readme. Press create pull request and it should be good. So that is perfect. So this box that says merge without waiting for requirements to be met should not be there for you. So it should say reviewer suggestions. You can request P Krishnan too. And now he will be able to merge a pull request, get it approved. Are you comfortable with that? Are you comfortable with Prashant, are you comfortable with approving? Good. So is everyone at this point where if it's not there, you can try reloading. Is everyone at the point where they can is everyone done at the point where they can they have this changes approved? Yes? Put a thumbs up if you're there. Wait, Rishikesh is in? So, press merge pull request. Confirm merge. And delete branch. There you go. And now you can go back to code. And everything is good. And that is the end. So this meeting is going to end. I hope you guys had a good time. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you, Vihan.
Thank you, Vihan.
You're welcome. So this is the last slide I have. Thank you guys so much. Any questions? No? Okay. If you guys want to want to contact us, we have an Instagram handle and an email.